Hey guys, I am back. Apologies, I've been a little bit MIA. The last 10 days have been crazy. My brother-in-law, during the holidays, basically on New Year's, had a lot of pain in his gut area, and he went to the hospital, and he actually had a burst appendix. So there was an emergency situation, and I had to watch his daughter for a while, and it was just a lot. It was a lot to handle during the holidays, and so sending him some prayers. His name's Andrew. Send him some prayers. He's been in the hospital for 4 days, and he is improving quite a lot lately. So things are looking on the up and up. But then on top of that, I just traveled all the way across the planet, about a 24-hour trip. So I'm dealing with jet lag. I traveled from California all the way to Southeast Asia, where I'm living right now. But other than that, we're going to do a crypto update here, guys. That's what I'm here for. And we're going to dive into the astrology as well. That's what we do on this channel. Crypto is looking more bullish. And we're going to be talking about the January 13th full moon in Cancer. So welcome back to the Crypto Astro channel, bringing a radical, innovative new approach to crypto analysis, combining technical analysis with astrology. Please subscribe as I put out these high-value videos for free. But none of this content is financial or investment advice. This content is intended for educational purposes only. All right, so, I mean, all of that intensity that at least I was experiencing, I see was likely due to this. I mean, if we look at astrologically, this Mars opposing Pluto. So who else had an intense New Year's? Now, this actually happened a couple days after the New Year's, but of course it gets activated weeks in advance. Yeah, so who else had a pretty intense time with New Year's? Now, it wasn't anything necessarily that happened specifically in my life, but it was my brother-in-law. All right. So this full moon, the full moon is going to be very close conjunction to Mars. So if we zoom in, it's right around here. So if we look at the moon right here, the Earth is between the sun and the moon. That's a full moon. And as you can see, the Mars is directly opposite the moon in this scenario. So in Western astrology, the moon and the Mars are in Cancer. But if we look on here, it's basically in between Cancer and Gemini. I don't have the names listed on here right now, but so it'd be fairly on the cusp of Cancer and Gemini in sidereal astrology or Vedic astrology. All right, so that's what we're looking at here. And let's go ahead and take a look at the charts. Let's see basically some updates on how Bitcoin has been doing. Well, this is really the total market cap, which I think is very important to look at. In the past, we've looked at a lot of Bitcoin, but let's look at the total market cap. So we have surpassed the previous all-time high in the total market cap, as well as Bitcoin. As you can see here, we've shot above the previous high back here at 3 trillion. Guys, the total market cap is well above 3 trillion. That is impressive. Let's give a round of applause for crypto. Let's see if I can cue the... There's a way to do the sound effects. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, yeah, round of applause for crypto. Moving past the 3 trillion mark. All right, fantastic. So that is impressive. And we are still looking bullish. Let's look at the past weekly close. We closed above, let's see, 3.41 trillion. Volume was a little bit lower. So that's the slight concern is look at how the volume's been kind of going off into a negative direction there. Volume's getting lower and lower and lower. So that's actually a concern. And this is also a concern here. We can look at the daily exchange volume. I'm going to update this. This is the 7-day moving average on the daily exchange volume for the crypto market cap. Gosh, I mean, this is definitely concerning. We peaked out. Let's see, what is the exact date that we peaked out? right here around December 7th. And it's been falling off. Typically, that's not a great sign. We want to recover very quickly because we've already made a couple lower lows here, which is not good, not looking good. So unless we shoot up quickly, which is possible, I still haven't seen an uptick. We're at 52 billion here, and look back in March, we were at 95 billion, so we're well below where we were back in March, so that's not great. Yeah, so we definitely want to see an uptick there. If we look back to the last bull run, as you can see, it was stair-stepping upwards. You know, we got a huge pump here. I got corrections, but the corrections did not make a lower low. They kept making higher lows here and higher highs. So, and then it went all the way to the April-May peak there in the altcoin run. So that is one of the major concerns that I'm keeping my eyes on like a hawk. It's one of the reasons I have about 7% cash right now. So, yeah, we got to mention that. But at the same time, there are a lot of bullish signals. As I promised, that's what I'm going to be talking about today. One thing that I'm really want to look at is the... let's really zoom. Let's zoom all the way out here, guys. Let's go to the 2-month. Actually, let's get really crazy. I'm going to go to the 12-month chart. So each bar represents 12 months. Look how we did this. So we got one red bar and then 1, 2, 3 green bars back in 2017. One red bar for the bear market of 2018, then 1, 2, 3 green bars. One bear market bar back in 2022, and then 1, 2 green bars. If history repeats, we could get in a third green bar for this year. That would mean, you know, we would have a nice bull run this year. All right. But as always, it's not guaranteed. So I can't guarantee that, but overall it's looking good. And look at this massive volume we've been getting. Holy moly. That's really interesting. We've gotten huge volume this year. I don't even know how that's possible because it's only been a week of this year, but on the 12-month chart, we're getting massive volume here. Very interesting. Let's start to zoom back in. 3-month chart, we see similar things. 2-month chart, let's see. The 2-month chart weekly close was at 3.18 trillion. And that we got a close above the previous all-time high, November 2021. So that's really bullish. That's a really bullish month, 2-month close. I mean, that's major. You know, we did get a lot of selling action from the very highest peak down to this level, but overall, that's looking great. Let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin also got obviously a very strong 2-month close above the previous all-time high. And one thing that's really interesting is the Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance, well, on the 2-monthly, we got a sizable dump, but even more importantly, I want to look at the 12-month chart. Is if we look at, we get 1, 2, 3 green bars and then a massive red bar, which marks the altcoin run. So then we get, here we've gotten 1, 2, 3 green bars for the last 3 years. And we could get a massive red candle this year if all goes well for a potential altcoin run. 'Cause that's what we've been getting historically. Now, if we zoom into the 2-month, we've gotten a red bar. The only problem is the red bar for the last 2 months, it did not get below this yellow line here. So not super duper bullish for that 2-month close. The 1-month, actually last month got below the 21, this yellow line, 21 moving average. And then the last week is we got this major dump. So that's actually looking pretty bullish. Some bullish signs for the altcoin run, bearish signs for Bitcoin. All right, what else are we going to look at? Let's see here. We looked at the global look. Okay, let's see. Russell 2000 needs to break out. So if we're getting, Russell is starting to get some bullish momentum. Okay, my daughter is screaming in the background.
Open the door.
Alisa, you need to stop immediately, please. Okay, my daughter is yelling in the background. All right, so we're gonna do our best to wrap this up here. On January, let's see, on January 7th, we had Mars opposing Jupiter, which was slight negative. And that was right here. And then we have on the full moon coming up here, we actually have a couple really nice positives with the Sun trining the Bitcoin Saturn and Venus sextiling the Bitcoin Sun right around the time of that full moon. So those are a couple bullish signs there, which is looking great. What I am doing is I'm doing some dollar cost averaging into some strong altcoins that I'm looking at. And let me know what questions you guys have. We have only about another minute. XRP to the moon. Yes, XRP is looking very great. XRP is one of the strongest coins right now. And lastly, quick announcement is we have the Astrological Edge, the 3 biggest crypto mistakes to avoid and the secrets to maximize profits. Take a look at this page. You click the link in the description box below. Just click sign me up. For a limited amount of time, you get this training for free. Check it out. You will not regret it, I promise. All right, thanks everybody for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.